All right, y'all. It is becoming that time again very fast. And that time is to start getting the lawn prepared for spring. I know you see a lot of this stuff still dormant around here, and this is January. But what I'm getting ready for is spring a little early. The reason why is because the weather is dictating that spring is going to come early. We're going to get some above average temperatures in the upper 60s and lows in the 50s, which is prime growing weather for this grass that I have here. And for those that don't know, I am growing a cool season grass in a warm season area. I am in Texas. I'm in North Texas more particularly, and around these parts most people have St. Augustine or maybe Bermuda. I have Bermuda in the back, and in the front you see here, this is turf type tall fescue. Now we just came out of a pretty decent deep freeze with temperatures reaching around 11 degrees for a few days. And the grass has, it did take a little hit, and some of it tried to go dormant, but now it's going to try to bounce back with the warmer temperatures and the moisture that we have. But don't worry, Bermuda and warm season grass owners, you know what? I am not going to leave you hanging. So, although it's not quite time for your grass to get any type of nutrients that it's going to be uptaking, you can always throw down some organic matter into the lawn. But what I want you to pay attention to now is pre-emergent. See, as the soil temperature starts to get around 55 degrees, then that's when you start to get the activity of some plants start to germinate. The seeds from the previous year are starting to germinate at that temperature. So you want to put a pre-emergent out, especially the edges of concrete. So what's happening is the sun is hitting the concrete, warming it up, and the adjacent soil next to it, the temperature rises. That's why you always see the crabgrass growing like in between concrete and the edge of surfaces that have hard surfaces. That's why it's time to put out the prodiamine. Now look, prodiamine is not the best pre-emergent out there, but it's probably the most used and the most readily available and the cheapest out there. So there's other brands that you can put out. Spectacle Flow, which is considerably more expensive. It's a great pre-emergent, and Dimension is another one. But you can go to the Home Depot, where most of you guys are shopping at, along Lowe's, and pick up the pre-emergent. And that's what you should be putting out now. Now this is going to grab a lot of those summer weeds that are going to try to start germinating because we're going to have this warm spell. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys right now. Let's get that prodiamine for the warm season grass people. Now for the cool season grass, like the turf type tall fescue guys, I don't want you to put out a prodiamine or a Spectacle Flow or a Dithiopyr, Dimension, none of that stuff. This is what you should use. This is Mesotrione, also known as Tenacity. And the reason why you want to use this product, or Tenacity or Mesotrione, is because some of the seeds that you put out, if you overseeded of your lawn, some of the seeds probably didn't germinate. And you can still get some germination coming up this spring. So to keep the germination going and to prevent killing any of the new seedlings that you could possibly be getting, we use this. This will allow the seeds to come up, whereas this will kill, and the other ones will kill the new seedlings. So I would suggest go with the Mesotrione or the Tenacity. And the difference between this and this, as far as how much you put out, is is this can last months and months. Mesotrione, you're only going to get you a few weeks, maybe 4-6 weeks of usage, and then you have to reapply it. So again, recap: Turf Type Tall Fescue and my Kentucky Bluegrass, guys. This is what you want to be putting out right now. Mesotrione, catch those growing weeds. And then for my warm season grass, St. Augustine, Bahia, Bermuda, you guys, it's time to put something like a prodiamine out. Also for my Turf Type Tall Fescue and cool season grass, this is where I start my pimp juice. I put this out all the time. These are the key ingredients, which is the fish fertilizer, the kelp, and the humic acid. You will see me add to this as the season goes on. I will start adding stuff like iron. I'll start adding stuff like blackstrap, molasses, and just depending on what my lawn needs. This is my go-to right here, and I can add other items to it as the season goes on. But right now we're not going to get into that. We're just getting into getting the lawn some organic microbes. We're trying to get some microbes into the lawn right now because it's going to start feeding pretty quickly here. Come back with a granule natural fertilizer similar to a Milorganite pretty shortly here because the grass is going to start taking off. Anyway, I'm going to do it as I do yearly. I'm going to be spreading compost. Compost is the key for me. Once you put this out, you can pretty much be done with fertilizer for the entire year. So compost is going to be coming up pretty soon here. I'll probably wait until about March to do that. All right, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned to my page where I'm teaching you how to grow your grass the simplest, easiest way with organics. I'm going to keep you away from that synthetic fertilizer. That's a whole other issue for you that's caused a lot of problems that a lot of people have. I don't want you to have to become a chemist. At the end of the day,
that was easy.
This is what you're going to get. An easy way to maintain a beautiful lawn for the cheap.